What should a 25 years old have accomplished materialistically? Are you thinking of a college degree, a full-time job, and some savings in the bank? Those are the things most of us wish to achieve at the age of 25 years. But what if I told you that there is a 25 years old entrepreneur who has a net worth of $2.4 billion? Would you believe me? Well, that is Austin Loussel. In this video, we will observe the life event of the recent Forbes-listed billionaire Austin Loussel. What did he do differently? What strategies did he use to stand out? Watch till the end as we break down his significant life event, factors, and influences that have contributed to his success. If you are an entrepreneur, this video will help you to stay motivated and encourage you to keep going. This is the story of how blood, sweat, and tears pay off in entrepreneurship. Austin Loussel is a name still afresh to many, but one on the watch out in the coming years, given the projected trajectory of self-driving cars and one of their vital materials, sensors. He is the CEO of Billionaire Technologies, a company he founded whilst in high school at the age of 17. The now youngest person to join the 1% became billionaire when his company went public on Nasdaq in December 2020. As a child, Loussel was always a curious individual, wanting to immerse knowledge and develop the naive fascination to learn how electronic devices function and everything. It might sound strangely odd to you, but he had the periodic table memorized at the age of only 2. Surprised? Me as well. Maybe all along he was meant for greatness.
I started at a really young age, sort of getting really interested in some aspects of computer science and software development. Then sort of moved on to some of the electrical engineering, computer engineering aspects of that.
Remember when your parent did not give you that thing you wanted? What did you do? Frustrated and let it go? Or maybe were you a part of the outliers like Austin who found their solutions? He programmed the firmware of his Nintendo DS and transformed it into a cell phone. Quite impressive? The leverage he had and accessibility to resources helped him to master different concepts of computer science and software development, and later he shifted his focus to electrical engineering, computer, and photonics, which has been his subject matter since then. Given that his parents were super supportive of him and very encouraging regarding his aspirations, he transformed their garage into his tiny optics and electric laboratory for his project and experimentations. But it's almost impossible to transform a garage project into a company, don't you think? How did Austin manage to start a company at the age of 16 years old? How did he find the capital required to start? Meet Peter Thiel, the rich mentor. If you follow news about tech startups, you already know Peter Thiel and his self-titled fellowship that encourages young people to drop out of college, pursue their business aspirations, and execute their ideas. In 2012, Loussel's life changed forever when the Thiel Fellowship offered him $100,000. He left Stanford and Peter Thiel has been his mentor since then. And that is the tale of creation of Billionaire as we know it. But what is it about this company? What is so special about it that helped Loussel to rise to the top? What is the business idea behind it? Follow through. Billionaire, the unicorn. If you're familiar with Elon Musk or either self-driving cars, you might have come across the term LiDARs due to the controversy and the debate around the conversation of either mirrors or LiDARs on self-driving vehicles. LiDARs, which are short for Light Detection and Ranging Sensors, is one of the products of Billionaire. They are new emerging technologies that detect nearby objects. Subsequently, they can function as these autonomous vehicles' eyes. Another product of Luminar is the hyperspectral camera systems. These can recognize the molecular composition of the element exposed to them. Considering the availability of competition in the self-driving cars market, one could question how he managed to prosper with the crowded supply in this field. Luminar's products have a competitive advantage of low cost, small size, and better quality. They avoid the quality of his products. Luminar's products see 50 times better resolutions and 10 times further than their competitor. Before going public, the company has raised $250 million from investors like Peter Thiel, the Wessel Group, Canvas Ventures, Moore Capital, among others. Luminar also has struck a partnership with a specific Volvo car unit, and they will start using Luminar's technology to activate hands-free highway driving beginning in 2022. Luminar went public on the 3rd December 2020 through a special purpose acquisition company, Spark merger. SPAC companies' main objectives are to raise money through an initial public offering to buy another company without necessarily having commercial operations. This helps companies to skip the usual IPO procedures and make the whole process faster. According to Bloomberg data, in the past years, they have been on the rise and are commonly used due to the benefits. In 2020, North America SPACs have raised more than $40 billion so far. The day Luminar got listed on Nasdaq, Lucer's net worth ascended to $2.4 billion. Blood, sweat, and tears payoff. Are you thinking that Austin Lucer is just a lucky guy who started Luminar with free money from the Thiel Fellowship program and boom, the company goes public, turning him into a billionaire? My friend, if you're thinking that, that is naive. Elon Musk once said,
It's very difficult to start companies and quite painful. I think that's important to bear in mind. I don't know if that's probably not encouraging, but I mean, there's a friend of mine who's got a good phrase for doing a startup. It's like eating glass and staring into the abyss. So it's if you go into it expecting it's going to be just fun, you will be disappointed.
just keep this in mind. 90% of startups fail. So what made your sales so successful? How can you replicate those secrets to make your venture a success too? The yin and yang of the company. Most startups are founded by at least two co-founders: the inventor, who knows the technology inside and out, and the executive. The latter is a charismatic leader who knows how to build a company and turn the invented technology into products. Those are the woes and jobs for Apple. Do you know what's surprising about Thiel? He has both halves of the brain. He is a tech wizard, and at the same time, he has an executive mindset. According to Forbes, even his mentor Thiel was impressed not just by the new tech billionaire's intellect, but also his ability to hold on to a significant chunk of Luminar as it moved from Russell's garage concept to Nasdaq. You can build a billion-dollar business, but that does not mean you become a billionaire, says Thiel. It's remarkable from a financing perspective to retain a financial stake of that size. Are you like Russell? Congratulations! You are among a rare number of entrepreneurs who can be the yin and yang of their companies without another co-founder. And your odds of succeeding are very high. Aren't you like this? Don't worry, look for a co-founder to complement you. If you build your company alone, your odds of success are extremely low. Proprietary technology and a long-term strategy. In his book, 0 to 1, Peter Thiel says that the next Bill Gates won't build an operating system and the next Zuckerberg won't build Facebook. Think about it for a second. In the time when all founders were building the next big phone app, Lucid thought differently. LiDARs, He didn't even try to compete with Alphabet's Waymo. He introduced an entirely new category of self-driving cars sensors. Do you understand the challenge he's facing? There are no previous references and models to look up to. A great challenge comes with great rewards though. Being in the new industry facilitated him to attract investors and eased the creativity and innovation in the creation process. Are you going to start a company now? Focus on innovation so that you will create a new and proprietary technology. Even though this may seem hard, it pays in the long run. It helps your company to stand out from the competition, hence increased odds to becoming a unicorn. No food is so satisfying as good company. Michel de Montaigne once said, a man should think less of what he eats and more with whom he eats, because no food is so satisfying as a good company. And that is very true. If you want to become successful as an entrepreneur, you need to surround yourself with people who are going to bring the best out of you and add value to your company. Those are not only employees or co-founders. They may be legendary entrepreneurs who are going to mentor you, investors and advisors. Try moving Thiel into Russell's story and tell me he would be a billionaire today. Listen, land. Try to apply for fellowships and startup accelerator programs or attend local entrepreneurs networking events. Remember, your network is your net worth. What else can I say? Let me wish you success in your venture. If you enjoyed watching this video, give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to get the future videos when we publish them. See you in the next video. Ciao!